All right, hello. I wanted to come in and talk to you. I actually went to a funeral, a homegoing celebration, a celebration of life today. And I wanted to come in and I wanted to talk to you about just loving the people that you're around all the time. And I'm going to show you something. When I point this out to you, it's going to make a lot of sense to you, okay? Now watch this. Why is it when someone dies, how is it that we can bring the whole entire family together in less than a week, but we can't do a family reunion every year? How is it we can go all out and spend all kind of money? Let's just talk about flowers. We go all out on flowers for someone when they die, but we can't pick up the phone and say, hey, I love you when they're alive. Why is it that we can spend $6, $7, $10, $15,000 on somebody who's dead, who's gone, who's not coming back? But if somebody calls you and they need a couple $100 so they can pay their light bill, or they're a little late on their rent, we can't come up with it. Why is that? I'm going to tell you Roderick's logic, and I learned that from my son right there. His name is Roderick Jr. He has this thing that he says, Roderick's logic. And Roderick's logic says, and this is coming from me now, Roderick's logic says that when we're around people that we're around all the time, we get comfortable. We are too comfortable with the people that are around us, and we get too caught up into a routine. Because of that, woo, excuse me. Told y'all it's real life. Because of that, because we get too caught up into a routine, we get comfortable and we get lulled into a level of comfort and conformity that we should never get into. And it caused me to start thinking about prepping. Everything I do makes me think about prepping. And because things seem to be going okay, we are a society, we are a microwave society. We want our news right now. We want our food right now. We want our drinks right now. We go out to eat, we want it now. And you know, and I'm guilty of it. Last time my wife and I went to, well, I'm gonna say last time. Yeah, last time we went to the movies. It was funny. I pre-ordered. Now you guys know that, especially those that live in Texas. When you go to a Mexican restaurant, as soon as you sit down, bam, they got chips and salsa and chips and dip on your table, like within 22 seconds of you sitting down, which is fast. So if you're ever hungry and you want something fast to eat, pick the closest Mexican restaurant and go in and sit down. You're going to be eating chips and salsa within less than a minute, okay, of sitting down. It's going to be on your table. We were headed to a movie, and I pre-ordered, it's crazy, Mexican. We were probably like 7 to 10 minutes away. By the time we got to the restaurant, we walked in, and this is a place we go to, you know, pretty frequent. And I'm sure they knew who it was by the orders we had put in, because we always order the same 2 dishes. And because we're plant-based, we're vegetarian, vegan sometimes, raw vegetarians other time, fruitarian, juicerians. Anyway, I'm just messing with y'all. Because we mainly eat, you know, plant-based, I'm sure they knew who it was that was coming by what we ordered. And when we got there, we walked through the door, they already knew who it was. They was like, oh, we got y'all's table over here. Our food was sitting on the table ready. It was hot. We just started eating. We got up, went to the wrong movie theater, realized we was at the wrong movie theater, had time to get to the other movie theater and watch the movie. Enjoyed it. I can't remember what it was we was watching, but just goes to show you how much of an instant society we live in. And I said all that to say this. Just because nobody's talking about the food shortage, just because the news is going to talk about the contamination in the water one time, don't get fooled into thinking that everything is okay. Always have your guard up. Always have your spidey senses tingling, because there's always something more that you can do to help prepare yourself and your family for what's to come. When do you need a seatbelt? Or when is the last time to check your seatbelt? In the middle of a crash. That's too late then. Same thing with prepping. When something happens, when the grid goes down, okay, and I don't know if y'all research this, but it's not gonna take a lot for us to be in the dark. And God forbid, I really hope that doesn't happen. I'm telling you, it's just, I mean, and we're nowhere close to being prepared. I can tell y'all that now. We are nowhere close for a longevity grid down situation. We're nowhere close to being prepared for a zombie apocalypse. I'm gonna explain that to you. Now, once you get a group of humans that are hungry, think about it like this. Most people have not done what my wife and I have done, which is trained our bodies to go without. Most people haven't done that. And that's something I recommend you guys do. Start training your bodies now to do without. Most of us are overweight. Most of us are obese anyway. So missing some meals is not going to kill you. I can promise you that. So start training your body now to go without. Go without food. You know, go without water. Now, those that are on medication, those under doctor's supervision, you have to do everything within, you know, moderation. You got to check with your, you know, physician before you do anything that I say. I am not a medical professional. I am not telling you to not take your meds. I am not telling you to leave your doctor supervision and care. However, I am saying missing a few meals, and you can check with your doctor. Ask your doctor, be like, hey, is it okay if I miss a few meals? They're probably gonna look at you and be like, yes. Have you seen the scales every time you come in? Yeah, it's okay if you miss a few meals. Start intermittent fasting, okay? If you can't go 3, 4, 5 straight days on water, intermittent fast. And what that means is shut it off. Eat 2 hours a day, and that's it. Now, that does not mean eat like 5 meals within 2 hours. Eat 1 meal and then fast for the rest of the 22 hours. Start training your body now to go without. You know, if you have a backyard where you feel comfortable and safe, get you a tent and start sleeping in the backyard sometimes. You know, start training your body. And I'm telling you, start training your body now to be uncomfortable, so that if and / when something happens, it won't be a total shock. That's another reason I'm now. Granted, I love sleeping outside, especially especially in the springtime. Even when the springtime and the fall comes, a lot of times I'll just sleep, especially the fall, because you don't deal with the bugs. In the fall, I will go out on my deck sometimes, and I'll just take my sleeping bag and a pillow. I'll just lay on my deck for 4, 5, 6 hours, and I get some of the best sleep outside because you're recharging. You're getting that natural recharge from Mother Earth, from Gaia. So start training your body now. Please, sir, please, ma'am, because if something happens, when it happens, that's too late to be training. Okay? And you should be training with everything. Train with your weapons constantly. And that can be guns, knives, slingshots, homemade makeshift spears, machetes. Train with that stuff now, especially knives. Start training with your knives now. You know, we had a situation that happened about 2 years ago now. And I carry a razor knife with me, you know, because of my job. I normally carry a razor knife with me all the time. So I use a razor knife like crazy. Matter of fact, I'm so good with it. I take it off, I flip it open, bam, cut whatever I need to cut, and I'm done. And it's back on my hip before, you know, most people can even get it open. My wife, God bless her. My wife took my multi-tool, and I used to carry a multi-tool too. My wife took, which is a good everyday carry item, and we'll do an everyday carry video. We'll do several of them. So my wife took my, I don't know if it was my razor knife or my multi-tool, but it was one of them. And because she sits at a desk all day and she does accounting, she's not really good with a knife. And she's gonna be watching this video and she's gonna be like, yeah, he's right. This chick cut herself, and I don't even know how she did it, but not using the knife properly, she cut her finger. Do you know that we could not stop that finger from bleeding? I mean, it was a small cut, and it showed that situation right there showed me that we weren't prepared. We are not prepared, okay? And I don't care how prepared you get. If you feel like you've made it and you're prepared for everything, you're fooling yourself. But that situation right there taught me that I needed to get more medical training. I needed to get more first aid training. And that's what I started brushing up on. I started brushing up on first aid. Because I don't want a situation to happen anytime, period. Whether we got lights or not. I don't want a situation to happen and we're in a situation like we were in with my wife and that finger. I'm serious, we could not stop that freaking finger from bleeding. So take the time now while everything is great, okay? No matter what your situation is right now, if you live in America, you have a great situation. So take this opportunity now, take this time now to really appreciate your family, because I started out with the funeral. Appreciate and love the ones that are around you, and don't take this time for granted, because 6 days from now, 6 months from now, 6 years from now, the lights just may go out and not come back on. So as always, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys are so awesome with commenting and giving me suggestions, and keep the suggestions coming in. Thank you. I appreciate that. And keep the comments coming, because I love the back and forth. I love that. Also, I'm going to do a giveaway the moment we get to 100. I don't know how I'm going to do it. Once I get to 100 subscribers, I'm going to do some kind of giveaway just to show you guys some kind of appreciation for being here and being subscribers. Don't want to say fans. That sounds too hokey. Are y'all fans? Because I don't want to not call you fans if you are a fan. Are you guys fans? Or y'all just subscribers? I don't want to stroke my ego and call y'all fans and then y'all like, no, we just subscribe to your channel. So I'm not going to say, I'm just going to say you guys subscribe to the channel. How about that? I'm just being silly. What else? Thank you. I mean, I sincerely mean that. Oh, I always try to leave you with something. American Blackout. If you guys haven't seen that little spookumentary, it's a fictitious documentary style movie on YouTube. It's called American Blackout. Watch that. I think out of everything I've seen, that is probably the closest thing we're going to see to the truth without us having a serious situation to happen. Watch that movie, and then let's comment on it, okay? As a matter of fact, maybe I'll watch it tonight, and then I'll do a review on it, and then you guys can comment. How y'all like that idea? But watch American Blackout. It's gonna get you to thinking, okay? All right, as always, thank y'all for being here. I love you enough to tell you the truth. God bless. Take care.